It's January 2017 and we're at Viking Aircraft Engines. Viking now has a fuel system that is somewhat revolutionary in aviation because it can feed any of the later engines, such as the fuel-injected Rotax engine and the Viking engine and the UL engine and any other auto conversion type of engine that uses fuel injection and a reasonably high pressure feed to the engine. What we're seeing here is the pump mounted into a small tank, and these tanks are sold to Viking customers. They're installed in the back of the Zenith airplane. They can also be installed anywhere that's convenient. There's one pump in each tank. The pump itself is a modular or a single unit, and it's self-contained. It has the filter or the pre-filter before the pump. It has the pump motor. It has the regulator built in to facilitate 45 psi at the outlet. It has the automotive style connector for the fuel, so the hose just goes right on here, and this can then be easily disconnected by squeezing these two clamps and pulling this off. So the hose then goes on here, and then this is installed onto the tank. It's very low amperage draw. It's only 1.65 amps per pump. The way this is installed in a high wing is you can have this tank any height you want. Like this is a 1 foot tall tank. It's got 1.6 gallons. It's got 0.6 gallons of fuel. But this tank can be, as long as there's room in the height where the tank is placed, it can be 1 foot, 2 feet, 3 feet, and then there's two of them, one on each side in the back of the airplane. And that allows for some excess fuel too if somebody wants to use it as a little reserve. The other way is this can be a 6-inch tall tank. It could be a shorter tank, which is just a kind of like a little cube of fuel, because the pump is only this tall in here. And then that could be in a low wing airplane where two of these can be placed anywhere in front of the spar or somewhere towards the lowest point in the airplane. Now, other options are for those that are building their own airplane or have a single tank airplane or even a dual tank airplane. If access is still available and you want to put the pumps directly into the fuel tank, that's also possible at the lowest point, because the lowest point as far as pickup is this little bowl right here that also has the pre-filter prior to the pump and then the exit. Flanges can be bought from Viking along with a pump, and they can either be welded into the bottom of a tank, which we did on our airplane, and pumps can be installed directly, or we're also manufacturing larger or flanges like these with studs. They come with studs that have a slightly larger surface area, and they can then be inserted into the tank and using Pro Seal or the kind of glue that Vance uses to put their tanks together. And then the flange can be glued with the studs just sticking down underneath the tank. And then the pump is installed directly into the bottom of the tank. So lots of options. Tall tanks, the 1 foot tanks that we now have, the one pump in each header tank, maybe a pump in each fuel tank directly if you want to go directly. You can even do two pumps per tank because they only weigh a pound a piece, even though they're expensive. So lots of options. What's being shipped right now is the new system using the 1 foot 0.6 gallon per tank. One tank is on the left side in the back of a Zenith. One is on the right side. One is they're both fed from the two tanks gravity feed. You can do whatever you want. You can gravity feed into one tank from one wing tank and vent back to the same tank, or you can gravity feed from both tanks using a T into both of the header tanks. There are check valves built into the outlet of the pump, which means that when the fuel exits the tank, it'll go to the engine. Now there will be one T so that you can join this to another tank or another pump, and then that will go to the engine. So lots of options. This is just kind of to describe the parts, and then we can show an installation in our cruiser airplane. Okay, so what is the big deal with this this fuel pump? Well, the big deal is rather than running fuel pumps somewhere in the airplane, filters somewhere in the airplane, lots of wires and hoses and clamps and T's in between all this stuff, everything is condensed and installed in one place. Technically or theoretically, from the wing tank, you go into one of these tanks. It's already filtered, so you don't need an extra filter. And then it comes out and it can go to the engine. Now, there's one more high pressure filter, and that goes on the firewall, but that's it. So it makes the installation a lot easier. It's a lot more modular, and it can be fitted to any airplane in a variety of different ways.